to the 1998 AutumnFest Parade live from Woonsocket, Rhode Island. I'm Mary Lou Colombo from Cox Communications, along with John Gregory, President and CEO of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce and longtime friend of this festival.
Well, as Cox Communications has been, as you have been, you know, you and I go way back.
We go way back.
We won't tell anyone how long, except that we both started very, very young, ladies and gentlemen. And,
We did.
And talk about starting, we can see now that the parade is coming our way. We see the cruisers in front, and that tells us that it's the official start, at least from our vantage point, of where the parade is going to be. And it did kick off on time this morning at 9:30 from Diamond Hill Road up there at the Woonsocket Plaza.
And I have to say that one thing about the parade committee is that they make sure this parade goes off on time.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Parade of this magnitude, and again, because people come out so early, there would probably be a mob scene if they said, well, the parade's going to be delayed by about 20 minutes or something.
No, I don't think so. Not this parade. In fact, I was up at Walnut Hill Plaza very early this morning. I was looking at some of the floats, and, John, I have to tell you, I was very impressed.
Oh, I can't wait. I as I mentioned, have the breakfast to go to, but I know, ladies and gentlemen, Mary Lou was excited when she came back and told me about the floats. So we're looking forward to seeing them, and again, they put in so much time as we see the Woonsocket Police Department cruisers now. And there goes Dave Richards crossing the road. Is that jaywalking?
Oh, you better be careful. The police are right behind him.
That's right.
And there is the AutumnFest parade banner. It's officially started here. Welcome, the AutumnFest parade banner.
And now we see our Grand Marshal, Roger Beejan. There he is.
Look at that. A beaming Roger Beejan.
He's looking up like saying, of course there's sun up there.
He's waving to the crowd, and that looks like his daughter Stephanie right next to him.
Yep. And get the kids walking. All right, guys. That's it. You want to show what great shape you're in? Roger said I'm walking behind her. Diane's in the car. And that car, by the way, is being driven by Stan Dodick, and we want to thank Stan because he's been one of our longtime drivers here at AutumnFest. But,
and there you see Roger's sons right behind the car. We have Scott, David, and Douglas. There's a good shot of them. Nice-looking kids.
Look at that Beejan smile.
They've got that down.
That's right. Good point. We're looking at maybe another generation of leadership for AutumnFest as Roger is going by, and obviously a great day for he and Diane, for the family. Again, you don't do it for the recognition, but when the community recognizes the effort that you've put in, it's going to be a very special day in their lives.
Great shot of the Beejan family as they're approaching the reviewing stand. In just a little bit, they'll be stepping off. And here's the people that put this festival together, the steering committee.
Here comes the gang. And see Terry Parker and Matty Lesperance and Helen Nichols and Lorraine Cloutier and Bob Phillips. And, Helen every year outdoes herself. City Council President Leo Fontaine is on that float as well. But Helen's in charge of, among other things, the fireworks. And every year she tells us it's going to be better. And you know what? She's always right.
She's right.
So congratulations to my colleagues on the steering committee as they go by.
Good morning, and look at them. Happy group of people. The people watching along the parade route. Oh, there's a little girl who's a little tired.
I've been here since 7:30, right?
But what a trooper. There we see a blanket, and one thing we have not seen a blanket in the past few years. It's been very warm here at AutumnFest.
Yep. Yeah, we've been fortunate. Yeah, people are getting a little bundled up.
A few blankets today.
And it's always interesting. Again, we look at people like Leo Fontaine, who represents the city, and the mayor has been very supportive. And this is probably the least political event that you'll ever see. It doesn't matter who's in office or whatever, but it's just, okay, what can we do for the community? What can we do to make the community better? And I'm not quite sure. That might be, yes it is. It's looks like that's Chief Morris. And he is, that's right, he's the chief of police, so he can do what he wants. But he is relatively new to the area and has done an excellent job. And now we see the honor guard coming into view. And I think somewhere, yeah, okay, they'll be coming up behind them, but we look and we can see that that's the first time I've seen the Woonsocket police on their bikes. I knew they had them, but I hadn't seen them yet. And again, here we go with the honor guard, and as you and I know, Captain Norman Crapo leads the honor guard, and included in that honor guard we have Lieutenant Michael Hoole, we have Sergeant Robert Moreau, Sergeant Daniel Pion, Sergeant Todd Brian. Let's see who else is in there. Oh, there's a little surprise in there for us. As a show of solidarity, we have the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in there as well.
And they played an important role on this year's AutumnFest. They've been here all weekend long, performing at Boulay Field. Is that?
Boulay Field for the mounted police, and then they have their own drill team that's also been performing at the tennis courts here in World War II Memorial Park, and we'll do so. There's one more performance this afternoon by each one of the groups. And we do want to mention the rest of the honor guard: Detective Sean Kerrigan, Patrolman William Steiner, Patrolman Todd Boisvert, Patrolman Roland Bousquet, and Patrolman David Chapman, making up the honor guard, giving the salute as they go by the reviewing stand.
Receiving a warm welcome from the crowd. And there, right behind them, you can see the Boston Police daily column of pipes and drums.
Nothing like a bagpipe, huh? Isn't that neat?
They sound great.
And now we see the ever-dapper Rhode Island State Police coming into our view now. I don't remember whether it was David Letterman or somebody. We had the best-looking state police.
That's right, he did, and we really have a lot to be proud of. From what I understand, it was a national award for the best dressed state police, and they were on David Letterman.
Well, I guess if you're going to get stopped by a state trooper, you want him to look good, right? He or she.
Colonel Cohane, leading the state police here.
Done an excellent job since we've taken over the state police.
Another shot of the Rhode Island State Police walking along Social Street.
Someone should tell them it is okay to smile. But obviously a lot of pride within the ranks as we see them walking by, followed by one of the state police cruisers as well.
And the 1998 AutumnFest Parade has officially begun. I'm Mary Lou Colombo along with John Gregory, and we're bringing you the sights and sounds of this year's AutumnFest Parade, the 20th anniversary of the AutumnFest celebration from Woonsocket.
Okay, and it looks like, well, I don't know if that character is an official Mountie, but he's certainly traveling with him.
And he's having a great time.
A little bit of energy there, I would say. Huh?
Just a little bit.
And here comes the Mounted Police Drill Team, our guest this weekend from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Very special guests. As we said earlier, they've been performing at Boulay Field. They'll be performing again later on today, John.
And if we want to talk about snappy uniforms, those aren't too shabby either. And again, have received a great reception from the residents in the Northern Rhode Island area. And we're so pleased to have them here as part of our 20th anniversary. And special thanks to Richard Picard, because it was Richard's brainstorm and Richard's dream to bring them here. And great to see that dream fulfilled as they go by. And we'll have various police departments, I guess, coming by our way. And again, it shows the spirit of cooperation. Because I think we've probably got about maybe 9 or 10 or maybe even more police departments represented in the parade today.
You know, and that's another thing about AutumnFest. Just about every local community rallies around this festival.
Yes, yep. Yep, as we look at the lineup that they gave us, we've got them from Middletown and Lincoln and
Millville, as we see on the screen right now.
Right, and even the Massachusetts Department of Corrections has decided to participate in this year's parade. So again, I think it says something again to the relationship that our local police department has with the surrounding police departments, and in a sign of unity and solidarity, they have so many of the different police departments represented here, including Blackstone. In fact, I love the new Woonsocket cruisers. They remind me of the Dick Tracy type police cars, the old black and white.
The old black and white police cars. And one thing I'm noticing that they're doing a little differently, they're actually walking beyond the reviewing stand this year, getting off, and then walking back.
Right, right. Look at the crowds, though. The threat of rain and a little bit cool weather has not diminished the crowds at all here from our vantage point on Social Street near the reviewing stand.
Yeah, there are a lot of bicycle police this year, which is something new. I don't remember this many last year.
No, I think you're right. I think it's something relatively new. And well, I guess on the East Coast anyway, certainly it's something relatively new to police enforcement. So I think we'll be seeing more of those. And we now see the East Greenwich Police Department. Looks proud to be in the parade, doesn't he?
He sure does. And again, another van representing the East Greenwich Police Department. And as John said, quite a number of local and actually not so local police departments.
Yeah. And if you're quick out there, don't worry about it. There are people minding the store back in these communities. We're just fortunate to have most of the honor guards from these communities joining us today for the AutumnFest parade.
And if you're just tuning in, this is live coverage of the 1998 AutumnFest Parade from Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Right now, various police departments from Rhode Island and Massachusetts are making their way to the screen.
You can see behind them with some of our Division I people, and that's I don't know who's with John Payne Saint, but someone driving around. Of course, all our divisions do have, I guess for lack of a better term, a leader, and their job is to keep things on track, and we appreciate the job that they do as well.
And there we see a fire truck from Woonsocket. One of the things they're doing a little differently this year, when I was talking to Diane Pickard, is that you'll see a fire truck leading each division instead of having them all together in the very beginning of the parade, as we've seen in the past. And,
we saw a real young firefighter, it looked like. My guess is he's not an official member of the department, but somebody's son. But he's got the mask on.
Very.
Oh, he said, wait a minute, I'm going by the camera. I got to take this mask off. There we go. Boy, if he gets over his shyness, Look at that shiny axe, the ceremonial axe.
The Woonsocket Fire Department receiving a round of applause from the crowd here along Social Street.
Coming up in our camera now, there she is, Mayor Menard. Very proud of her city and what's been happening here under her tenure. And as Kenny Bianchi mentioned at the ceremony Saturday, boy, the city looks great. And behind her we have members of the city council and the school committee. Councilman Roger Gillette, and see as they go by, I saw Deb Heath from the school committee and other members of the school committee and the city council as well. Now we got what looks like the 88th marching band.
The first band that we've seen in today's parade. Here we see Governor Almond and his wife Marilyn. Waving to the crowd here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Another shot of the governor and his wife.
Happy Father's Day. Here we go. Good to see you. How are you guys? How's it going?
Jim Langevin, Secretary of State. And you see many of the state officials making their way along Social Street. And many of them will be staying at the Review stand watching the parade. Thanks to Park Square Credit Union for sponsoring this division. And we see the Woonsocket High School band banner. The Woonsocket High School cheerleaders. The Villanovans making their annual appearance here at the AutumnFest parade. Another shot of the Villanovan cheerleaders. Pretty young lady. And here we see the award-winning Woonsocket High School Band, which is marching in its 20th consecutive AutumnFest parade, representing the host city of Woonsocket. They're under the direction of James Saldi and Kevin Blue. The band and color guard, by the way, are marching in their new uniform of maroon, white, and black, purchased through the generosity of the CBS Corporation and Fleet Bank. The Woonsocket High School Band was presented with the Esprit de Corps Award for outstanding performances in the spring of 1998 at the Music in the Parks Festival in Richmond, Virginia. Looks like they're about to play, so let's sit back and listen to the award-winning Woonsocket High School marching band. Woonsocket High School Band. Great performance here for the 20th annual AutumnFest celebration.
And we see gubernatorial candidate Murph York, along with Mr. Healy. The Cool Moose Party is there as well, along with some of the other candidates.
There's Senator Jack
Senator
Reed.
Jack Reed. I guess the government's still in business. We were wondering about that. But you know, when we see the Woonsocket band, it points out against some of the traditions as we see Sheldon Whitehouse, candidate for Attorney General, go by. Jimmy Castaldi, who is the director of the band, and is this Congressman Kennedy.
There's Congressman Kennedy. He made it. We were a little
yes.
They were still in session yesterday.
That's right. Yeah, last I knew. But Jimmy Castaldi, who again is the director of the Woonsocket band, also used to perform years ago with the Bobby Shannon group, who did a reunion concert yesterday, and Jim was up there playing the horn as well. So again, a lot of intertwining of past and present AutumnFest traditions here.
And it looks like we've got the Woonsocket High School homecoming court on this float. The king and queen, along with the princesses and the princes.
On some of them, you look at it, it looks like the crown is as big as they are.
Dawn Castingway has once again coordinated the Redskins in this entry for us. Thank you, Dawn. And there's the right Dawn. Gotta love it.
Oh, dear. Now look at the difference, because the two guys are like, okay, well, what am I doing here? And obviously queens are enjoying themselves. Maybe they keep waving their hands so fast so they can keep warm, too, as the kids go by. And again, this is something that obviously be a great memory for them, hopefully many parades for them. Here come the Redskin cheerleaders.
And they are cute.
We hear their cheer as they go by, and here's the people they normally cheer for. As you see the Woonsocket Redskin football players.
How old are these little kids? They're
Yeah.
pretty young. Look at them.
The next generation of Drew Bledsoes, maybe. Huh?
There you go. Well, got to start them young, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. In fact, there's a number 11 right there in the front. And the crowd appreciative of the little cheer that the Redskin cheerleaders did.
And it looks like they're a little older here.
Yeah. Oh, no sooner do we say that, and then we see some of the real young ones. A fun group, obviously. There's something about kids in parades that's just special magic as well.
They certainly go together.
Mm-hmm. Now look at those smiles. I could break through any cloud cover for crying out loud. They're so radiant.
You've got that right. I'm real happy to be here in today's parade, showing off just a little bit for the camera.
That's all, yeah. Well, I think we'd be disappointed if they didn't, right? And certainly special thanks to the coaches and coordinators and all the parents as well. It takes a special commitment once the kids get involved.
That's right. A lot of support behind the scenes.
And we do have a little bit, this is the junior varsity of the...
So they are growing up.
Yeah,
It's
they
just not
are.
my imagination.
No,
Okay.
that's, yeah. In fact, if you look at those players, they look like they're ready to play a game.
And here we have the varsity group, it looks like.
Yep, varsity of the Woonsocket Redskins program. Maybe we should get some autographs now. Maybe we'll raise some money sometime. Huh?
You never know, John.
And now coming into our view is the Woonsocket Middle School band being sponsored by radio station WNRI.
And there's about 85 members in this band, and the director of Mr. Colin King.
He was a great gentleman. My daughter played in the junior high band for a couple of years. And not only a gentleman, but obviously someone who has to have some patience because we're talking kids who are a little bit younger, maybe haven't been playing that long. But if you listen to them, they sound great.
They sure do. And there you see the Primrose fire engine.
Another one of those real young firefighters on there in red. Primrose Fire Department, volunteer department out of the town of North Smithfield.
And they're going to be kicking off our second division, which looks like will be represented, in the beginning anyway, by North Smithfield.
And there's North Smithfield Fire Department, also a volunteer department from, obviously, from the town of North Smithfield. Sounds like a dangerous. That was an attack truck. I've never seen that on the side of a fire engine. It was attack one. Yeah, that's. I guess you got to attack those fires. And as president of North Smithfield, I'm glad they were aggressive in their attitude.
You're right. And we are into Division 2 here of the 1998 AutumnFest Parade.
As we see more of the fighting equipment from the town of North Smithfield come into view. In fact, without getting into details, I had a little incident at about 3 o'clock in the morning about 2 months ago. And the response time for a group of volunteers was just incredible.
Well, thank you to
yes.
the fire department. So you can see Helen Nichols and Lorraine Cloutier in this shot with orange jackets. And
you look at some of the, again, I think the kids get a big kick out of driving with their dads or uncles or grandparents or whatever it might be in the parade. Great shot from the crew that's right up there in the cab to get that shot.
Cameraman Bob Witkowski as he's capturing this moment of the AutumnFest Parade for us. Good job, Bob.
Now we see North Cumberland coming into view. Got a couple of friends with us on this stage that we hadn't planned on.
Little D.
And Al Brennan, I saw it. Here comes our good friend from the Rotary Club. And it's Laura LaRoche, who is this year's president. And the driver is her dad, Larry LaRoche. And again, special thanks to the Rotary Club for all they do and have done over the years for AutumnFest. Again, as we mentioned, it was with the Rotary Club cooperation that in sort of a tough situation for that second set of Christmas Gale, in the true spirit of what it's all about, they jumped right in and were able to do the second show over the Rotary Beer Tent.
Hey, here's a familiar car.
Yeah. That's the 1957. Yeah. And of course, this year Dan's no longer with us, and unfortunately he passed away, and he's certainly missed by all of us. But his legend lives on as it relates to AutumnFest anyway.
You're right. He's a longtime friend.
Yep.
He's sadly missed by all of us.
And we can see the Pathfinder model on the back. That scene depicts the Rocky Martian service as seen by the Pathfinder lander and microwave-sized episode of Rover. And that was a recreation of a scene from July of 19 1987. And they're big patriots, this Adams family, as you can tell. And they're also honoring John Glenn, as John makes this, becomes the first senior citizen, I guess, to go into outer space.
And he'll be making that mission later this month, and we wish him all the best.
Oh, see, this is what's nice. This isn't too formal. We just saw Ken
Ken
Bianchi
Bianchi
step out of the parade and give Lorraine Cloutier a big kiss.
Last year's Grand Marshal.
Yep.
North Smithfield.
And yep, and the town is sponsoring, under Ken's leadership, of the North Smithfield High Band in their green and yellow and white uniforms.
There we see the cheerleaders.
Band's about 80 members strong, and they're under the direction of Fritz Benz.
And they've won many awards, including the Grand Champion, First Place, and Second Place awards at the William Jazz Music Festival, and received an A rating for the Rhode Island Band Festival. So a talented band from North Smithfield.
All right, and I'm going to get in trouble for this one, but it's just a thing. Do it. I know Fritz's brother, Mercedes. I know, that was terrible.
But John, you know, I look forward.
And the North Smithfield Band.
And welcome back to the 1998 AutumnFest Parade. If you're just tuning in, we are here live. I'm Mary Lou Colombo, along with John Gregory.
And we look now and we see our good friends from WNRI on their folk. There's a lot of different personalities from the radio station. And see Romeo Perfume as we go by. That's not Romeo.
No, that's not Romeo.
Well, it's close. It's close. That's obviously one of the llamas from Llama Farmer. And I'm not saying that with a Rhode Island accent.
You did that very well. Very well. As you can see, we're moving right along here, today's parade, and Nadine Troll.
Well, there's the NRI gang waving back again. Oh, look at that llama. Look at that look. Pretty definite stuff.
Hello. They're saying hello to us on the parade route.
And you're right. The parade is moving along
it's moving
rather
along
quickly.
very quickly here, because all of a sudden I see that we have some scouts, and looks like some Girl Scouts from Woonsocket.
There's a lot of different troops. Looks like 341 is there, and Kathy Caddio has been the coordinator, I guess, for the Girl Scout troops this year. And of course, those are brownies.
There you go.
Okay. The Girl Scouts to be, I guess.
Oh,
look at that.
Cute.
She's practicing.
Got it down.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this parade is moving along. And John, I have to credit the committee because they did make some changes this year. As I said earlier, they're not stopping at the Review Street.
That's right. Yep.
They're going right along Social Street, and it looks like, I guess they're taking one of these side streets.
Yes,
and, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, to keep things moving along, too. And because it is a long walk for the kids, you know, and all the other participants. So to keep things moving, and also until the weather's a little bit of a consideration too. Make sure that everyone has a chance to fully participate in the parade.
And I believe they started last year with they started the parade a half hour earlier to be sure that people can get in the parking time for the entertainment,
right,
which is real important too.
Yep. There it is, 341 out of Woonsocket. With their leaves on their banner.
And Pack 18 from Bellingham, Massachusetts.
Here in the background, we get some little cheers going by. some of the Girl Scouts as they go by. There's just Governor Allman and Marilyn Allman going by as they get ready to go into the viewing stand, and now we look again at the Cub Scouts. There's always like at least one little hand, too, in every little division, huh? They say, camera?
Oh, they're too cute.
Yeah, that's all part of the parade. Again, we always tip our hats to the volunteer leaders who give that little bit extra to make sure that we have groups like the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts and the Brownies, the Girl Scouts, and all the other youth groups that are around.
And it's a big deal to march in this parade.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And coming into our view now, it looks like the Cumberland High School band.
You've got that right. It looks like their color guard. This band is 45 members strong, so you can see the color guard right behind the band.
They're being sponsored by Rockland and Lane. Thanks to all our sponsors for helping out as they always do.
Did a great job, and the substitute director is Lisa Covio-Cunningham.
Well, here's the people I admire most. The Blackstone Valley Motherless Twins.
And as long as I can remember, John, they've been part of this
Oh,
parade.
yes. Yeah. And, they basically got together to offer each other little support and friendship. And, boy, I think you'd need it if you're the motherless twins. And also, they also reach out and meet with people in the community.
Now, this group also consists of mothers with triplets.
Oh, they have my utmost admiration and respect. They're part of a national organization, too, as you see PAC 6 come into view. This trailer is being pulled by Netco, one of the fine corporate partners here in the northern Rhode Island, and their theme, as you'd expect, Scouts is great outdoors. Now we see the Cumberland Middle High School band. South Cumberland Middle School. That band, by the way, was sponsored by Consumer Oil Company. I want to thank Rainey Boucher for that. And Consumer Oil, long-time business, four generations of family-owned ownership.
Action Karate making their way.
Everyone knows engine number 41. They all look so shiny when they get them all spiffed up for the parade. Chance to show off. It's got to be an art to it, too, when you see, I was looking at those poses. I mean, how do you refold those things to get them back in there? And, looks like we have a gang from Masonville that's proudly proclaiming their Mega War Championship.
Well, the Mega War has been going on for some time now, right?
Yes. Started off as the Superstars, if you may remember.
That's right.
And now they've got the Mega Tug of War, and it looks like Masonville captured it for the third straight year.
Mega War winners. And that's quite an event to see.
Yeah. It's, I wouldn't want to play against those guys. So congratulations to our friends from Masonville. the 1998 and repeat champions. I guess it's a three-peat when we've done it 3 times.
3-time winners. Do we have Naperville, John? Is that right?
Oakland, Naperville Fire Department. And after that, it's the Willow Lake Volunteer Fire Engine.
Division 3, moving right along here, live coverage of this year's AutumnFest Parade.
There's Ray Carrier, who is the president of the Kiwanis Club, who's being driven by Tom Tetro. And, you know, Ray, we have him here in this capacity, but Ray also is one of those people who does so much for the community. He works with a lot of the shut-in population throughout the state. His family has owned a couple of businesses here in the city of Woonsocket for, well, as long as I can remember. Both Carrier's Furniture and Carrier's Upholstery as well. And good to see Ray in the parade. In that classic Mustang driven by Tom
Nice
Tetro.
looking car.
Yeah.
My color blue.
Any color would look good on you, Mary Lou.
Oh, John, that's why I like working with you.
It's sort of a mutual admiration society.
There you go, and if you're just tuning in, we are live here in Woonsocket. I'm Mary Lou Colombo along with John Gregory. A little cloudy, but a beautiful day here in Woonsocket.
Well, again, the parade is great as usual, and it's moving right along. And hey, and kudos to the crew, too, because we had our own little AutumnFest set here. We've got some pumpkins and a nice autumn floral arrangement that only adds to, as we see Nancy Mayer go by. But, well, I mean, we look like we could be our own float.
There you go.
Huh?
We're all decked out for AutumnFest here, and they'll bring you the live coverage. As the parade continues, it looks like the 3rd division is underway. A little break in the action, but a lot more of AutumnFest. Still plenty of time to come to Woonsocket because the entertainment will continue. It resumes at noon, I believe, right after the parade.
Kid wants to go suck his thumb, and Grandpa said, no, you got to wait. And here's a young lady who's just awed by everything that's going on around her.
And again, a couple of blankets are out this morning, something we haven't seen in the past couple of years.
We've been fortunate. We've been blessed with some real great weather. And again, it's not bad. I mean, it's not 60 degrees right now, but we understand as the day goes by, it'll get a little bit better. And we have the Soul Steppers will be coming into your view and our view. This is apparently, if I'm not mistaken, sort of the last minute entry. They're part of the NAACP walkers.
And they perform a group of precision dance routines. They use their hands and feet to perform a variety of beats and rhythms derived from African culture. This group is a newly formed youth group. It was founded in September of 1998.
Yes. Showing the pride in their heritage as they walk by with their fancy stepping.
Nice job.
Yes. Yeah. And moving right along. Boy, we got to give credit to Roger and the committee.
The Cracovia Soccer Club, and they're riding on a float this year.
Yes. Yeah. Must have a big game coming. Well, not all of them.
Not all of them, yes.
Yeah. One of the favorites with the crowd here is around every year.
That's right. They've been regulars in this parade.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's somebody kicking a soccer ball.
Very well represented.
They're being followed now by the Attleboro High School Band. And we want to thank our good friends from Milford Federal Savings and Loan for sponsoring this band.
And the Attleboro High School Band is under the direction of Peter Glass.
Pretty good size, too. They're about between 100 and 120 members. And their dance group is in their magenta uniform. And I guess the color guard is under the direction of Charlotte Bennett. And again, another award-winning band.
They sure are. Marching awards in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New Jersey. Good job.
Like many of these bands, they performed all over the place, including New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. But we'll let you listen to them and you'll know why.
Jazz pieces sounds great.
I don't think she's familiar with it. Oh,
The Vivid Visions of Fitness and Martial Arts from Lincoln, Rhode Island.
Two members of this team have made Team USA, as we see a different team. These are our float judges. No Pain Saints and Dr., or as I call him, Tony Dacchioli, the superintendent of schools in the city of Woonsocket, along with his wife, whose name I don't know, so we will call her Mr. Dacchioli.
And now Marilyn Bouchard, I guess, was a judge too today. And
yes, yeah.
Good job, guys.
Here's our walkers, and we started to say two members of this karate school have made Team USA, and will represent the United States in the International Martial Arts Tournament in Jamaica. Well, that sounds like a tough place
Wow,
to
that
go,
sounds
huh?
like a tough place. That'll be taking place on January 14th through the 21st in 1999, and good luck.
And if you need anyone to go with you,
We'll be
pick up the
available.
tab, we're there.
Right, we'll do the commentary.
That's right, there you go.
And this is one of the floats that I got to see earlier when I was up at Walnut Hill Plaza from the Landmark Medical Center.
And their theme is building bridges to better health. And
Beautiful float.
yeah, and they say, hey, we're looking at some future doctors and nurses on this float. And, of course, Landmark goes back to well over a century of care, going back to when there was Woonsocket and Fogarty Hospital for better healthcare delivery. They were on the cutting edge of merging years and years ago. Congratulations to the gang from Landmark.
Great job. And the Carlisle Dance Studios, they're always a participant in this parade.
I got to tell you, it was so tough for us to say that they couldn't dance on Saturday.
Oh, that was tough.
Because they danced in every single AutumnFest. And Linda Kylo Sullivan and her mom, Barbara, and her dad, the late Charlie Kylo. Again, part of the tradition of AutumnFest, was the tradition of the city.
And that's a tough call to make. But then,
Yes.
of course, there are safety
Yeah.
reasons.
But you can't reason with kids.
No, you can't.
I
They
mean, they were
want to
so
perform.
disappointed, you know, and when you're that age, you think you're in this, I promise I won't slip with one comment I heard.
Oh.
How are you going to promise me that?
Yeah, right. And look at this crowd here along Social Street in Woonsocket.
The kids of all ages, as they say out in the crowd. You see Burrillville High School coming in, and we want to thank our good friends at Pino Hardware. They have the sponsors of the Burrillville High School band.
This band is about 110 members strong under the direction of Mr. Galen Savoy.
And again, award winners, they performed in Disney World's 25th anniversary celebration, and another band with an A rating from the Rhode Island Music Education Association.
the Woonsocket North Stars, John.
I'm going to tell you a little story that the Royal Canadian Mountain Police are probably going to like as we look at these are the rollerbladers. But we all know that hockey was discovered in Canada, but I understand the Woonsocket All-Stars beat the Royal Canadian Mountain Police in hockey Friday night up at Mount St. Charles, another one of the fundraisers that we have.
And this group is coordinated by David Stefanik.
Dave and I, and he's going to be embarrassed, Dave and I played Little League Baseball together.
And when was that, John?
Gee, it seems like just last year.
Yeah, right.
This is the only non-profit youth hockey organization in the city for boys and girls from 3 to 18 years old.
And they provide 6 levels of competition, which includes 14 travel teams.
And they've produced 2 first-round hockey players, National Hockey League players, as well as 3 others for a total of 5. And they play at the Mount St. Charles, and all the games are open to the public and free of charge.
Alrighty, and as we move right along, we see a classic limousine. Special thanks to Sue McKenzie, who donated her service to AutumnFest.
Yeah, Sue is just a real sweetheart. I saw her this morning. One of the things she's always done is, as we see Governor Allman looking from the reviewing stand, is she provides free transportation to the Grand Marshal and their family. And talking about the Grand Marshal, there he is now, Roger Beejan, along with his wife Diane, and we see Marilyn Allman, the First Lady of the state of Rhode Island, and a lot of different members of the steering committee. And to the far left, Suzanne Pouliot from the City Council, looking on.
Yeah, a great shot of the review stand.
Look at that corsage that Mrs. Allman has on. That's not autumny or fallish.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is the AutumnFest Parade, the 1998 AutumnFest Parade, live from Woonsocket, Rhode Island. I'm Cox Communications, Mary Lou Colombo, along with John Gregory, President and CEO of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber.
Every fire truck that goes by has young kids in it. They love being up there. That's the Bellingham Fire Department that we now see. You know, I'm looking at those signs. I'm wondering if, and I don't know, but if AutumnFest had something to do with that, because all the signs seem to be standardized.
Huh.
You know, so that might be something new. And for all I know, maybe the fire departments get together today. It'll make it easier for those people doing the parade to recognize who's who. And another truck from Bellingham going by. Temporary lull, moving right up. Big shot of the crowd saying, "Mom, don't make me wave at the TV. Come on, Mom. Tell me to take that camera away."
And again, welcome. If you're tuning in, I'm Mary Lou Colombo, along with John Gregory. Great day here in Woonsocket. A little cloudy, but a perfect day for a parade.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially if you're a marcher, as you see folks from Blackstone go by. We commented, I think it was last year, when we had that really hot day for the parade. It'll be a little tiring by the time you get to the end of the parade. So you're right. For marching in particular, it's a perfect day for the parade. Another one of our young participants.
Lots of children here today. And that's what parades are all about. Families gathered having a good time.
Keep seeing Dave Richards from WOON. He turns out about 20 pounds today. He's running around and he's talking to someone he knows from the Millville Fire Department.
And Madame Richelieu, President.
Yes, well, as we've got their past president, actually. I guess Conley Lamont couldn't make it, so Terry Riley has capably stepped in And if you know Terry, like I know Terry, it was like, well, okay, I know I'm shy and retiring. Yeah, right. And I guess if I have to fill in, I will. Well, we see the Walmart banner coming into focus now before our next band, and certainly we want to thank the Woonsocket Walmart because they have been active in AutumnFest since the day they opened their doors. We appreciate their support over the years.
And here we have some Blackstone representatives.
Some of the elected officials.
From Blackstone. And here we have the Blackstone Local Charger Band. Earlier in the Parade Show, we took a clip from 1986, and here they are today, still under the direction of Tom Hefty.
With 130 marches strong, there's been so many awards. 6 New England championships, 19 gold medals at the MICA Massachusetts State Festival. The list just goes on and on and on. And, as they come a little bit closer into view after their color guard goes by, here they are, and you'll see why. They're one of the favorite bands in this area. I guess their timing was a little bit off. We thought we were going to hear them play as they went by. But we did get to see how snappy they look in their uniforms. And, well, I don't know. Bad timing.
A little bad timing there, but always great to see the Blackstone Millville Regional High School Band, very talented band under the direction of Thomas Hesney. And glad they were with us today.
Yep. And, for those of you who probably, if you're on the parade route, you heard them. And of course, you can hear them in the background. As we were waiting for them to come into view, we were able to pick up some of their audio, so hopefully you got a chance to hear the band. One of the many great bands that we have here in the parade as we see Miss Rhode Island preteen come into view, saying, boy, it's cold. I'm glad this parade's almost over. And another one of the many floats here in our parade. And we know this is just by looking at that cameo that it's got to be from the Ben Franklin Bank.
You've got that right. And Ben Franklin banner is being carried by some children of employees. And there's Ben himself.
One of the Ben Franklin Savings Bank employees. Their float is, you've got a friend in Ben.
There's another shot of the float with many of the employees on the float, waving to the crowd.
Now, we're going to look for the next portion of this float because they've got lollipops. I don't know if we'll be able to catch anything.
I'll try and catch one for you, John.
Make it great. And now it looks like following them we have the Bellingham High School Marching Hawks Band, obviously the Bellingham or in Massachusetts. And Schaefer Nursery has been with us since the beginning, sponsoring their own local high school band, so we want to thank them as well.
Under the direction of Mr. Harry Stressler. And by the way, this band is performing every AutumnFest parade.
Right.
Good job.
I always cringe and say, oh boy, I hope they're going to kind of catch the cheerleaders with them here. Here we go. Here comes the jump, and all right.
There you go. They did it.
See, if I was, first of all, I probably never would be, but the person on the top, I'd make sure those are my best friends.
Bob Wachowski getting a tight shot. Is that Blackstone?
Actually, I think it's the K9 cop from Bellingham.
Bellingham.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Barking on cue. We appreciate that. They always bark at the TV crew. I just learned a little bit of inside information about TV people. Is it because they don't like you guys, or no?
No, come on.
They see that camera and they say, well, we'll be a ham too.
Hey, there we have a gymnast, the YWCA of Northern Rhode Island.
And they're located here in the great city of Woonsocket at 514 Blackstone Street.
Jenny Boyford has coordinated this group of walkers once again.
There's a future Olympian right now. Oh, look at that. Well, I hope they haven't been doing this for the whole parade route.
Oh, come on, John, you can do that.
Yeah. Only if you promise to hold my legs up.
We're going to shot a job at the end of the parade.
Yeah. That'd be worth staying tuned for just in itself.
No kidding. Good job. Wow.
Oh,
Look at that, huh?
Wow, oh, boy.
Good job. And they do this along the entire parade route.
Yeah. And then they all go home and take naps, I
I
would think.
guess. I want the vitamin bear tape.
Oh, yeah, really? Yeah.
Here we have the U.S. Navy Armed Guard.
Some of the veterans of World War II. And Jerry Greaves has submitted this entry into parade this year. They all serve these people as gunners, signalmen, and radio men aboard troop tankers and cargo ships, protecting and delivering men, equipment, and supplies to war zones around the world.
And their motto, John, we aim to deliver, and we did.
And we thank them very much, appropriate in memory to all who served. They're located in Foster, apparently. And this is a vintage lifeboat from World War II.
They won a trophy in the 1997 Bristol 4th of July parade.
And you can tell by the reaction of the crowd that they appreciate not only the fact that the people are in this parade, but also all they've done for their country as well.
Another shot of the reviewing stand.
The Chelsea Christians, Leo Fontaine, and Nancy Benoit, representative, and next to her, Representative Ron Munchie. To far left, I see Matty Lesperance from the steering committee, and from Fleet Bank. Fleet, by the way, has like 50 people who have volunteered their time to help us run the midway this year. So we want to say special thanks to Fleet and all the corporate citizens here in the Northern Ireland area. Help out with all the stuff. You see the National Guard's honor guard.
Followed by their cannon. And hopefully they're not going to use that today.
No, because that would make us a little jumpy up here, I think.
Just a little bit.
We just get him inside his hip. It means duck, Mary Lou.
Yeah, no kidding. Followed by some Army vehicles. And we flew a lot lower. Remember in the past we were up high on a shaky lift?
Yeah.
You know, I feel a lot safer.
Yeah.
And there you can see a shot of where we are.
All right, just keep going.
And this is live AutumnFest Parade coverage. We're having a great time, John and I.
Yes, we are. Yeah, and we appreciate you watching us here on Cox Cable 3. And again, we appreciate from the AutumnFest Steering Committee and the Citizens in Woonsocket, Cox Cable's commitment and the whole crew that's been out here since early morning getting set up so we could bring this great parade to you.
That's right. I'm real proud of this team. They're hardworking and very talented. Couldn't do it without them. So thank you very much. And if you're just tuning in, I mean, we are in about the middle of this parade.
This is different.
I don't think I've seen this before,
No,
John.
me neither.
This is new.
Yeah, it's got the caterpillar track of a tank, but obviously it's not a tank.
It looks like a lot of fun, though. I think I'd like to This is a parade live from this vehicle next year.
That's it. That's much more friendly looking than that cannon was, too. But an interesting piece of equipment.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's got to be relatively new because I used to be in the National Guard, but then I realized how long it's been since I've been in the National Guard, so maybe we won't go there.
We won't go there, John.
They had Jeeps when I was in the National Guard, yeah.
And here is the Bucket Brigade. And, John, once again, this is a real big fundraiser for the parade.
Yes, it is. And, again, we're always pleased with the generosity of the people on the parade route and in the park because it's all voluntary contributions. We don't charge any admission. And we see now some of our young volunteers going to some of the people and getting some donations and help us defray the cost of the not only the parade, but all the great events that we have here at AutumnFest. And okay, there's another shy and bashful guy asking people to donate.
And as you can see, the people here are very generous, supporting the AutumnFest celebration.
Yep. You can hear there's a little pitch in the background. What's Mike Simpson got there? Mike Simpson from the Department of Public Works. This Vic Severia, who's doing like all sorts of duty, because if you remember, he was riding the golf cart in Division 1. Now, how he ended up back here in Division 4 as part of the Bucket Brigade, Dick really gets around. Dick did a great job with the Iron Kids Challenge this year in the Mega War and was also responsible, is a good shot of Dick, was also responsible for the coordination of the hockey game on Friday night between the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and some of our All-Stars.
Ooh. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. Hey, little girl.
Is she pointing to you, John?
I'm not giving any to him, is what she's saying. And the other one just pointed at her neither. So.
No, we've got to wait. Hey, I'll settle for some of the food in the park.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Quite a lot to choose from.
And now we see the diver doors, the dive rescue team from Blackstone. And that looks like, yeah, I think that's a Zippy, the clown.
Zippy's been a long time participant, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he has, for many, many years. Doesn't say that, but I know my Zippies, and I'm pretty sure that all of these things are all Zippy. Again, as you say, one of the staples been here for, I think, just about all the AutumnFest, if not all of them. And things moving along well. This is going to bring us to just about the end of Division 4. And again, as usual, they're doing a great job with moving things. And what I see is diver doors are doing too. As the buckets get heavy, they've got a bigger bucket in the back. And again, we see there's Helen Nichols down there in the front with the big massage along with Lorraine Cloutier. I see what they've got. I wasn't sure what Mike Simpson had before, but it looks like they've got some poles, and I'm assuming that attached to the end of those poles are some buckets. The buckets again. Yeah, there we go.
That's a great idea because they can reach out to the crowd in the back.
Yeah, for those cheapskates who say, well, I think I'll sit in the back so no one can get me. We got you.
We got you this year. And where you can see a cutter shot of the Bucket Brigade.
Look at that. That's a church basket. There. And now we're looking at, St. Joseph's, I believe. Yep, St. Joseph's Veterans Association. Their Veterans Honor Guard coming into view now. Another one of the many fine nonprofit groups here in the city of Woonsocket who gives so much to the community. I think the Bucket Brigade has slowed down the process. So look. All right, Michael. Let's try. Oh, look.
John,
all I got
John
is big
going to
bills.
blow it out.
All I got is big bills. That wouldn't work. See, now, one of the advantages is if we were up higher, we'd have
Oh.
Mark Painstains is our coordinator of this division as Division 5 now comes into view. Again, the Honor Guard from St. Joseph's Veterans Association. Oh, I was wondering what happened to my car this morning.
Hey, that's a beauty.
Let's get Patrick Joyce, who was the Lions coach, soccer president. Quite sure whose driver is. And it looks like the Circle Warrior float is coming in again. We have another one of the fine nonprofit organizations in the city of Woonsocket. Great story, too. They had a fire a couple of years ago, wiped out their facility, and it's since purchased right on the other side of World War II Memorial Park, and opened it up for the benefit of their members and the good of the community. It's great folks in the Circle Warrior group.
And one of the things that Roger Beecham said in part of the interview is that that's what AutumnFest is all about. You know, not only for a lot of the businesses in the area, but for a lot of these non-profit organizations to really come out and, you know, tell us what they're all about and give them a chance to, you know, really come out and be part of the parade and participate in the community.
Yep, and they all do. I mean, there's a lot of extra. I was going to see a hockey team that they were part of the sponsorship of Circle Warrior. I think I saw a little sign about the Eastern Socket Little League because what obviously happens is that they do a lot of nonprofits and fraternal organizations here in the city give back to the community in a variety of ways, including sponsoring a lot of the different sports teams in the Woonsocket and greater Woonsocket area. Okay, and here comes some more gymnasts, it looks like.
Looks like dance steps.
Okay, yeah.
Dance steps, Friday here. Kristen Leduc of Mapleville, Rhode Island. Spearheads this group.
An interesting group they are. They've, as you mentioned, under the direction of Kristen Leduc and Assistant Director James Leduc. They've earned recently 32 gold, high, and silver medals, and they've also earned 14 Judge Choice Awards for things ranging from best emotional execution and great caps, as we now see the Lincoln Junior Senior High School band coming into our view.
Now, this could be the car show winners for the second annual AutumnFest Classic Car Show.
Yeah. Oh, boy. There's a classic folks like. You know what? I don't like the new buses compared to the classics like this. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem
It doesn't seem like maybe because you were close to it, but...
Yeah. Maybe closer than I
closer than we'd like to admit, right?
Exactly.
These are beautiful cars, and the car show is held on Saturday.
Yes, it is, yeah. And held in the rain this year, but still held as we see some some real classic cars going by. It looks like Pontiac. I don't. That was a Plymouth. Okay, and that's a Tiger Cat, which really isn't a classic, but it's different anyway. I like
It's
that.
a lot of fun, too. Yeah.
And entry from Riverview Furniture. I guess they've got some trophies on the back there. And we see some more classic cars. Well, look at that. Oh, that's what they've got. All I can see is the trophies. Look at that motorcycle. Isn't that something?
That's a beautiful motorcycle. And obviously it won something.
Yes, yeah.
It's won a few awards.
And we see the banner of Little General coming into view, and they're sponsoring the Mount St. Charles band. And certainly we want to thank Roger Lafayette. Roger and Little General has always been one of our most dependable supporters. Not only one of our band sponsors, but they assist the steering committee throughout the year during our fundraising efforts. Every Little General store has one of our buckets in there for the selling of the buttons. And here we come with our own Mounties.
The Mount St. Charles Academy Band.
That's right. They're 140 members strong under the direction of Mr. Mark Blanchett. Coming into view now. And that might be part of the Providence Mountain Police delegation. And you know, because of the amount of horses this year, we have a new group in the parade. They are, as it says here, our Super Patrol.
Well, I'm sure the participants appreciate the Super Patrol.
Especially those marchers who come after the horses. Okay, well, we've got the inside scoop. You'll see the Super Patrol live. Now we're looking now at the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, I believe. And this might be the New England. There's a great shot. What a shot. I love it. Now I know what my wife has to put up with in the morning.
Oh, John, don't get me started. Great shots in the street coming from Cameron Bobakowski. Some beautiful foliage in the background.
You can see how much the crowd appreciates these mounted units as they go by. This is from the New England Mounted Police Association out of Boston. That we see going by now. Someone's getting a little tired down there. Beautiful animals. Coming into view in just a little bit, we will see the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And those people who have been over to see their performances at Boulay Field have come back and marveled at what they saw as we hear the quick pop of the horses as they go by.
Beautiful horses.
Here they come now, ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
What a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yep. Now, which one is Dudley Do Right?
Let's listen.
They've been such gracious visitors while they've been here. They've been to some of the local schools, and we're almost getting tired of hearing them say thank you. They've been so gracious and so appreciative of the support that they've seen in the city, and we're glad to welcome them as one of our friends this year. Again, well-groomed, and that's just the horses. Even the people look at this. He's got a great uniform.
Looking really sharp.
And you can hear the round of applause they're getting from the people here at the parade route. And they will be performing later today. And for a final performance, they've already done 4 this weekend. And here's another round of applause.
Somebody's got to do
That's
it,
right.
right?
Uh-huh. Notice they've got masks on because they don't want anyone to know. And we wonder what happened to all the old grand marshals at AutumnFest. Oh, no. That's it. Says encourage our Puka Patrol, and that's exactly what they're doing. And look at them. They've got their own performance. All right, shovels up.
How long is this parade?
Oh, jeez, I don't know. But, hey, they get their own little dance routine down and whatnot. And, well, I guess you can always find ways of having fun no matter what the particular job is. That's it. For sure, they're still working hard. You know what it is? We told them that this year Puka Patrol, next year Bucket Brigade. So maybe that was the encouragement. Well. Oh, boy, what we could say.
What we could say, right.
We're not going to go anywhere with that one.
Oh, boy.
That ow was for me biting my tongue.
I'm holding him down. You can't see it, but control yourself, John. Hey, I'm impressed. They have three sweepers,
you know, and it was teasing about it, but I will tell you that yesterday morning as I was coming to the AutumnFest ground, the street sweepers were out in other parts of the city. Again, the mayor is committed to making sure that the city is as clean as possible. And congratulations to her and Mike Anarumo and all the public employees of the city of Woonsocket. The city is looking great.
And we are live here at the 1998 AutumnFest Parade. Mary Lou Colombo along with John Gregory.
And the Division 6 is now starting to come into view. As we're looking, it looks like we'll be, there's Mayor Menard. And she's obviously very happy. And next to her is Representative Barbara Burlingame, who also happens to be the Vice President at the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, and also happens to be my cousin.
The inside scoop there.
There's Dick LeMay, must be representing the Elks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we get the Elk slide. And that's, okay, here they come into view. They've had a lot of fun this weekend as well, as they've been sponsoring some entertainment down at the Elk Club, which is about less than a quarter of a mile from here, as we look at Miss Rhode Island.
Yeah, the Miss Rhode Island team.
Miss Rhode Island American. I get confused because there's so many different titles. Miss Rhode Island USA.
Thanks for clarifying it, John.
We apologize for the only Revere, and we do want to thank her for joining us in this parade. And High School Band being sponsored by who else but Douglas Lumber.
Thank you very much to our sponsors, and this band is under the direction of Keith Moss.
About 70 members strong, and like all our bands, have done a lot of traveling. They've performed in steps to the Capitol building, and they've also performed in Freeport, in the Bahamas. And they were in the Class A parade competition of the Bahamas Blues Festival as they go by for your listening and viewing pleasure. This might be Miss Rhode Island. Okay, there was a little bit out of order, which kind of drives us. We try to keep things on track here, but we think that this is Miss Rhode Island, or it may be Miss Vermont. Okay,
Miss Rhode Island.
This has got to be Heather then. Okay.
This is Heather Picard.
A little bit of confusion. We apologize. Heather Picard, Miss Rhode Island, USA. Okay, and Miss Vermont, and I don't have her name, but I did overhear somebody at breakfast say she is originally from Woonsocket. And
So that's the connection.
That's the connection, and attended school in Vermont. And I guess depending on what the pageant rules are, I guess
Right.
whether you go to school or where you live is one of the
Well,
determining
how
factors.
nice of her to come back.
Yes, yeah. Now, how many parades can claim two misses?
There you go.
Right? Oh, boy. Would you say we have a bias over at the post office?
Just a little bit.
We see the Patriots logo on the front of one of the postal trucks.
And right behind them, they have a float entry this year. And one of the floats that I got to see earlier when I was up at Walnut Hill Plaza. And there you see it, John, celebrating the century, depicting the most popular stamps in each decade as selected by the public.
And Paul Rowe was telling us that that's been so much fun for the individual post office and obviously for the postal system to have the public make the decisions. And he, along with Ray Gerard, have helped to coordinate this float. And we see again. All right, well, obviously proud of the award that they won. Oh, they've got some of the retired folks as well. That's one, I believe, that Hank LaMontagne, who was a retired postal clerk. And a couple of other of the retired postal employees as well. And let's see, is that the stadium? Maybe? The Eagle, I don't know if there's an official name for the Eagle. Does it have a nickname?
It's like an eagle.
Yeah, is it just the Eagle? I don't know if it's, now they have like cutesy nicknames or whatever. But we do see the Scarecrow up there.
I don't see him for the eagle.
No? Guess not.
Another shot of the float. First year that they've entered a float in the parade? You know? John? Do you know if it's the first year they've entered a float?
It is, yeah.
It is, yeah, because I don't remember them having one in the past.
No, and that's But they've really, under Paul's leadership, and short time in Spain, really gotten involved in the whole spirit of AutumnFest. In fact, we have a special cancellation stamp for AutumnFest that's available in the park and at the post office. A lot of the proceeds going to help underwrite the cost here of AutumnFest. Yep.
There's the McDonald's banner, and the committee would like us to mention that McDonald's franchise has supported our AutumnFest events throughout the year.
Thanks to Buddy Lakowski continuing to support us.
And there we see the Tiverton Tigers High School Marching Band.
Their maroon, gold, and white uniforms with about 100 members, and they just recently participated in the 1998 Disney Parade.
And we received the Silver Award at the Heritage Festival in Toronto. Here we have the Cumberland Crime Stoppers float.
Yes, it's the 101 Dalmatians. What's the villainess's name? Fool DeVille or something like that? Or, yeah, I can't...
Cruella DeVille. Cruella DeVille. Which is all part of the Cumberland Crime Stoppers float, and they participated pretty regularly, John, in this parade.
I think you're right. I'm not sure if they've been in every one, but not close to it. Again, with the 101 Dalmatians, those big, look like dog biscuits. And they went by, and now they said, obviously, well, maybe it's not obvious now. Is this another chain?
Could be another chain. Let's see if we can see a banner here.
Looks like a Navy band, yeah.
Receiving a warm welcome. And we continue with our live coverage of this year's AutumnFest Parade. I'm Mary Lou Palumbo, along with John Gregory, and we have a guest, James Rapson, who is treasurer of the Palestine Shriners. Thank you, James, for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
And we understand the Shriners will be joining us in just a little bit, and you're going to be telling us all about them.
I certainly hope so.
We have a large contingent again today with the last parade of the year for Palestine Shrine. We normally do up to 14, 15 parades a year, and this makes our season complete when we come to Woonsocket. It's a great place to be up here.
Yeah, as far as I can remember, the Palestine Shriners have been part of this parade.
I've been doing it for 18 years, so I know how well it is.
And before we get to the Shriners, it looks like we've the presence of the Bishop Hendricken High School Band, and they're being sponsored by Home Care Services. I want to thank them. They got about 50 people in this band that closed here, and under the direction of Mr. Jim Morgan. And our next float is from Volunteer Services for Animals. And we have a human playing a cat in the back of that. I'm only reading what it says.
She looks nice and warm.
Yeah. They're a non-profit humane organization that relies on entirely on the donation of time, supplies, services, and money from individuals and entities who are concerned for the well-being of animals and their human companions. As we see Grand Marshal Roger Beejan with his life companion, his wife, Denise. That's not them. No. These camera people are too quick for them. I want to get in trouble.
Don't do that.
There we go.
Roger and Diane. We're back to the reviewing stand.
And Roger obviously enjoying himself, and Diane as well. And again, when they did go by us earlier today, the whole family was there. Three boys and Stephanie there as well.
And we hope you're enjoying this parade as much as we are. Jim Rapson from the Shriners has joined us. And Jim, tell us a little bit about the work the organization does.
Well, the primary purpose of the Shrine is to provide hospital arrangements for crippled children. Actually, we struck that word from the hospital program. It's now Shriners Hospital for Children. We basically work in the orthopedics and in the burns area for children.
I don't know how many. I don't know. But when and how did the Shriners get started?
Well, approximately 110 years ago, a group of Masons got together to first form an organization that was a little more fun than the normal Masonic order. From that point forward, they decided that they needed to have a charitable purpose, and they got into orthopedic work for children back in 1922. And we started with one hospital then. We have 19 now, and 3 burn institutes across the United States, Mexico, and Canada. So we're looking to find more patients and do more good work.
Are you located right here in Rhode Island as well?
Headquarters for the Shrine in Rhode Island is in Cranston. We're in the process of building a new headquarters, and we're looking to expand, obviously, from that point forward, both in membership for ourselves and, obviously, membership for the hospital program.
How many Shriners are there when you talk about membership?
Nationwide, about 650,000. The state of Rhode Island, around 1,350 members.
Mm-hmm. So we're not talking a small group here.
Absolutely not. Hopefully the contingent that's on the street today to promote the Shrine, we'll be looking at around 200, 215 members participating.
Now, sometimes the confusion comes in. If someone has to bring their child to receive care at a Shriners Hospital, there's got to be some type of charge, I would assume.
There are no charges for any patient at a Shrine Hospital. We accept the child for treatment, and our only intent is to make that quality of life for that child better. We will treat children up to the age 18, and in some cases for specific items over the age of 18, but that's our primary cutoff point.
How many admissions are made to your hospital?
Nationwide, I have no idea. We're looking at over 500,000 children that have been treated in the course of the history of the hospital. Locally here in Rhode Island, we generally average in the area of 100 to 150 per year selected locally. We do this in conjunction with major hospitals, specifically in Woonsocket. Landmark Medical has been an outstanding asset to us.
Well, just as we see some of your colleagues come in the view, we just want to ask you, based on what you said, at no charge, I mean, what's the annual budget of Shriners? It's got to be tremendous.
Let's say that we spend approximately $1.4 to $1.6 million a
some of your colleagues play.
The officers of Palestine Temple in the blue jackets, led by Kenny Kershaw. That would be Tiny the Clown, and I wonder why they call him Tiny.
And the Palestine Shrine of Clowns really do a great job of entertaining the crowd.
It's unbelievable. When they put the grease paint on, they're an entirely different aspect of living. And they have a great time working with children.
Maybe you could take the time to explain to us, because there's like the Legion of Honor, there's the Oriental Band, the camel herders. They're all part of one, but with what? Different?
It gives them a different purpose to belong to the Legion of Honor, our ex-service people. The clowns are obviously those that have an alter ego someplace. The Temple Guard in the blue uniforms. It gives a man a purpose when he joins the organization to be an active part of something instead of just going to meetings once a quarter. And we get out on the street and we greet the people, greet the children, and it makes a lot of fun.
Now, can they choose which area they want to be in, or are there some prerequisites? Or?
No prerequisites. You select what you wish to belong to, and the choice is entirely up to you.
Right?
Now, Jim, up to what age are children admitted to Shriners Hospital?
From birth to age 18. We have no restrictions other than the intent of the hospitals is to help that child have a better quality of life, whether it be something in an orthopedic area or in a burn reconstruction. The hospitals that we maintain are actually the leaders in the areas of orthopedics and in the burn reconstruction. They're also a teaching hospital for young medical people.
I say this every year, but I think ever since I was a kid, I've always loved this band. Why is that?
It has a unique sound in the Oriental Band. The five-note horn, the drums. It just has a different way of putting music together. It makes it an awful lot of fun for both of you.
Well, I remember growing up seeing them in the Bristol 4th of July parade, and I always look forward to seeing them. Who do we have here, Jim?
This is the camel herder unit. Substantially, one of their charges as a unit is to recruit new members for the organization. And we cover membership both in the state of Rhode Island, nearby Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Those living in the Connecticut, Massachusetts obviously need to have waivers from the local shrine organization in those states. It's a matter of distance in order for them to get to a meeting. And this would be the hospital float that is supported by the artisan unit and is a replica of the former hospital at Springfield. That one has been totally replaced 3 years ago and has a brand new 40-bed unit up there, and they're going to rebuild that float to replicate the new hospital.
Oh, that's great.
How do you raise your money, Jim?
Through projects. Shrine Circus is one of our big fundraisers. We have different projects during the year that we have a Ladies' Bazaar coming up in November. And all of those just go forward to make our organization able to do its work.
Hey,
I do believe they're playing the Macarena again. They added that to the tape just recently. We get out here to have fun. We're a bunch of guys that normally do 9-to-5 work. But we get out on the street and we have a lot of fun doing it. The motor corps unit coming up here now used to be just these scooters. But now you can see that they've changed to a lot of different types of vehicles. And each one of those vehicles is entirely owned and supported by the man who operates it.
I was going to ask you about that. So that's their personal commitment as well.
Absolutely.
Over everything else that they do.
Absolutely. One of these monster trucks with the big wheels, by the time you buy that rig and you buy a trailer to transport it, you're talking probably in excess of $4,000 per man. But he does it willingly.
Yeah, right. Right.
He has no objection. This is what he has chosen to do, to get out there to show the shrine to the public. And we have a lot of fun doing it.
That's always apparent, and that's one of the reasons that obviously that we love to see the shrine, as Mary Lou was talking about it. It's all part of what we've all grown up with. And one thing about the Shriners, they have fun.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you can have fun while you're raising funds and helping other people, boy, that's a winning combination.
It certainly is, and that's why we're here today. We're having fun bringing you the 1998 AutumnFest Parade. And once again, Jim Rapson has joined us here for the 7th Division because it's the Shriner Division. And the Shriners can fill up a division in no time at all.
I won't comment on that. But it's always a pleasure to be here in the city of Woonsocket. It's a great parade. There are great people up here, and we enjoy being part of it. We're glad to be part of the 20th anniversary for the Woonsocket AutumnFest.
Well, it wouldn't be the same without the Shriners.
No, you're right. You're right. It's something that we all look forward to every year. And of course, we've seen over all the years the Shriners participated. If we see one of those motorized units going by, they're getting a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit fancier.
Oh, absolutely.
Great.
All righty. Well, Jim, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
and we're really happy to have you here, and you helped us out quite a bit.
Thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Now, if people want more information on the Shriners, is there a number they can call?
The number at the Shrine office is 467-7100. You can call anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m.
All right. Jim Rapson with the Palestine Shriners, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And it looks like, well, we continue now with coverage of the 1998 AutumnFest Parade.
And we see members of the Woonsocket Toyota Club coming into view, and they've been organized by Vincent Morales.
Hey, look at those headlights.
Huh?
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like send signals as you're driving along.
I had a car like that that did that, but it wasn't supposed to. That one I think was probably programmed that way. Yeah, and then you see some of the sports vehicles come into view as well. And I didn't know there was a Toyota Club.
See that?
We're learning something as well.
So, new entry here.
Yep. And again,
Guardian Angel. Everybody needs a Guardian Angel.
for sure. So thanks again to Vincent Morales for organizing participation of the Woonsocket Toyota Club here in the 20th anniversary of AutumnFest. Not the 20th anniversary of the parade, however, because we didn't have one the first couple of years.
That's right, and that's a good point.
Yeah. I know at one point people were saying, yeah, but what happened in? And we said, well, nothing happened that year. There wasn't a parade. And we get Division 8 coming, and behind the Toyota group, we did see the trailer that Simon R.B. was generous enough to donate to Crystal Gale for her to stay in, and we've also used it as part of our headquarters as well for the AutumnFest celebration. So thank you to our friends over there at Simon. And Division 8 now comes into view.
Stop clowning around. I think they're talking to you, John.
Yeah, I think so. You made them put them into the ring.
Stop clowning around. It wouldn't be as much fun, though, without you.
Oh, we have lots of fun. And actually, since we've had, here's another one. Since we've had the pumpkins up here, I cut down a little bit on the corn. As Deb Rosewear, the president of the JCs, comes into view.
And she is prepared. She has an umbrella.
Yep.
But luckily, we haven't had to use it today.
No. So far, so good. And we're into our 8th division, so looking pretty good. And here coming into view is the JC club. And they wanted to make us understand that, they wanted to thank Ocean Lumber, who donated the truck, and Church of Woonsocket, who donated a lot of material to the cow costumes, and the Woonsocket Folk Schools. A real cooperative effort as we see that boat go by.
We have the Portuguese marching band right behind the float.
Yeah.
From Cumberland, Rhode Island.
And now we have yet another one of our many, I guess, I don't want to call them beauty queens. I think that's outdated. Another one of our talented people. I think, can't tell because she had a hat on the other day, but that's, it's Miss Rhode Island something, and I think it's Miss Rhode Island Teen, because we did arrange for her to meet with Crystal Gale. She made a little presentation at Crystal backstage.
Well, it's tough to read her banner.
Okay, so Sarah Beth Rosetta, who is the National Junior Miss Rhode Island.
There you go.
Okay, thanks to our crew here for checking that out for us.
Followed by the Monroe High School Band, from Bristol and Warren, Rhode Island.
They're being sponsored by our good friends at Union St. Jean the Baptist. I want to thank them for that. Listen to the Mount Hope High Band. I always love watching these people go by, because if a guy has problems walking and chewing gum, to see the coordination of the different color guards and departments, it's quite a remarkable feat.
No pun intended?
Well, I was going to, boy, you've been hanging around with me too long. Like, whatever you do, don't get Gregory-itis. You'll really be. They're blue and purple and white uniforms.
And when I went to school, we used to be rivalries. I attended Bristol High School,
Oh,
and
that's,
since then
yeah.
They've regionalized, John.
Yeah.
With a little reset, as you see a shot of the folks along Social Street in Woonsocket.
I don't know, still some energy down there. We saw a couple of the kids earlier look like, well, maybe they get tired, but that group that we just saw, they're ready for anything else we got coming their way. At the 1998 AutumnFest parade. There's Zippy LaRoche. Let's obtain those specs, Zippy, so you can see what's going on. Great. Notice how people kind of want to look at them like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing?
You can see in those tight shots, too, a lot of people are wearing their AutumnFest pins today.
Yes, yep.
Hoping to be the lucky winner of the drawing, which will take place later on this afternoon.
That's right. Someone's going to get to go to the Bahamas for a few days, all expenses paid.
There's another shot of the button. Hopefully that'll be a lucky number for you.
Yes. We'll find out. We've got other prizes as well, and those things are posted in the operations trailer, those winning numbers. Do you want to check it out?
Oh, look at this one.
Boy, I guess.
Hey, very creative here.
Got to have a strong neck, though. I mean, that's going to be a lot of... Yeah, probably about 15, 20 buttons on there.
Great shot. Leave it to our camera person to find a shot like that.
Now, this is the Woonsocket Rocket and Dot League, and on this huge flatbed with a theme of the City United. I guess they got people there as they come a little bit closer. Oh, yeah, they're actually playing darts.
They are playing darts. In fact, this morning they were shooting darts as I was going by the float.
I hope they know what they're doing.
They do know what they're doing. They're, watch, look, in fact, you can see a shot of it right now. Look at that, huh?
I hate it. But their float also has some of the key buildings in the city hall, the Soccer Hall building, the Museum of Labor and Culture, a layout of World War II Memorial Park, and depicting this is all joined by a series of drawing pins.
I wonder how difficult it is to play darts while it's moving.
I'll tell tell you what, when I'm standing still, I've had problems
Really?
pointing cars.
I have a tough time myself.
In fact, they usually give me the little rubber suction one so I don't hurt anybody.
Good thinking.
Nice sidecar on there. Looks like we saw a little pup in that one. And, there's a little rider there, huh? You know what? If you color your hair that color, no, maybe not. I thought maybe we could do a little duo.
Maybe next year I'll surprise you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's me, all right.
My problem is there's not enough hair to put that much color into it.
We'll see. The new look.
Yeah. Well, coming into view, we have some more classic cars, and behind that, see, I have a prejudice for this next band coming up.
And he can't wait to tell you.
That's right. I'm kind of counting at the bit. So let's get when they come by, we got to get a shot of that banner so I can say, see?
So we got to get these great-looking cars.
Yes, and they are classic cars. Oh, and as they go by, we hear some classic rock and roll as well.
Okay, John, now I'm going to let you have the stage for this one.
Gee, the next band is a band sponsored by the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. It gives me my paycheck every week.
That's right.
And we're proud to be part of AutumnFest. As you know, AutumnFest was co-founded by the Woonsocket Chamber of Commerce, which is our forerunner, and the city of Woonsocket. And we're just pleased to be able to participate in many different ways. But I see a couple of my fellow committee members who's in the area with her fair weather hat. We said you'd only put that hat on if it wasn't going to rain. So we think that's a good sign. And next to her was Nancy Phillips. And we mentioned earlier in the broadcast that we had many couples on the AutumnFest steering committee, and Nancy and Sue are just one half of two of those couples as we see the old-time high school marching band.
Yes, we do.
Old Town, I'm sorry.
Old Town, and they're under the direction of Mr. Jeffrey Priest.
And 140, 125 playing members and 15 color guards. And they played at or selected to perform the 1998 Monterey Jazz Festival. Great patriotic medley as they were going by.
Gee, I wonder if that guy's a Patriots fan.
What makes you think so? That's probably smiling because of the great win yesterday over Kansas City. It was interesting last night because when I gave the score of the Yankees-Indians game, it was met with mixed emotion.
And my husband's a big Yankee fan, so I got to be careful.
Yeah, well, as you know, and of course, you always got to root for your division team, or so they say. But I was glad to see the Yankees. I'd like the Yankees had a great year this year. Maybe the woman's had a lot of great years. Senior Citizen of the Year, Mary Longton, again, one of the people that's quite an equal part of the fabric of the city of Woonsocket, and doing so much of her time over the years in various causes, being driven by John Panagiala. And then we talked before about how Mardi Gras had disappeared for a while. It is back in the city of Woonsocket, and the committee from Mardi Gras is not depicted, they are on this float.
Well, Diana Glassy is this year's reigning queen, and it looks like her court is with her. The Mardi Gras committee had the unique opportunity to work with the Woonsocket vocational school students under the direction of Mr. Bill Gardner, and the Woonsocket Senior High School Art Department under the direction of Mr. Will Dubois. And looks like he did a great job with his float.
Yes, the costumes are the type, obviously, that's worn by the Mardi Gras revelers, and they were from Alex and Hodgson. And Mary Lou, I forgot to mention, and I don't want to slight anyone, but Helen Nichols is also the co-Senior Citizen of the Year, and she decided that as much as that it was an honor, she wanted to be with her friends from the AutumnFest steering committee. So congratulations to both Helen.
Oh, thank you for mentioning that.
And now we have Miss Ocean State Tiny Tot, Jocelyn Crystal Newman.
She is adorable. She's kind of got the wave version.
Yeah, she's saying, all right. You know how long I've been doing this?
Oh, she is cute.
Let's see, what we should have probably kept track of, and maybe they should tell us, is if you start as a tiny tot, I mean, what else do you go up to? What's the natural progression?
She's 4 years old, and she's the daughter of Dawn and Wayne Newman. And here we have another tiny tot, and this is the Pro Stock race car. A soapbox really, it was tough for me to read the side of that. Okay, that was not a Pro Stock race car. It's one of the soapbox worthy race cars. And here we have a Ronald McDonald.
Okay. Oh,
boy, we really have to be on our toes.
I know it, yeah.
Ronald McDonald.
But the only one who's not a beauty queen in this thing. Put a stash on you, Ronald, you'd be all set. And, here comes Ichabod Crane, the riders from New York, always one of the favorites here at AutumnFest.
Oh, they certainly are. They've performed in the past, and we welcome them again under the direction of Mr. Robert Richburg.
And we want to please thank, and a special thanks to Northern Rhode Island Regional Manager Simon Kahan for sponsoring the Ichabod Crane Riders Project. That's the way to do it. You want to make sure the song gets amplified. They even get their own keyboard.
Okay, dubbing there?
Oh, they brought that cannon back. They're looking for it. Shot of the crowd that hasn't thinned at all since we started. Everybody waiting. Although maybe we got a musician there. I think we saw him before in the North Stars, and a couple of people waving to the camera, enjoying themselves here at the 1998 AutumnFest stage. As we come to our final division now.
Division 10 underway here as live AutumnFest parade continues from Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Oh, there you go. It looks like a great picture. That's one you should have had like almost frozen in frame.
Great shot. A couple of happy parade goers and another shot of the crowd here along Social Street.
Now, what's this? His Bones Belair. I had Bones was up at the breakfast this morning, and 77 years old, he was telling me, Mary Lou.
God bless this guy. Yeah. He's been here as long as I can remember. He's been part of this parade.
Well, he told me this morning, which I never knew, that years ago he used to work at the old Brown Derby restaurant.
Is that right?
And was in charge of all the food ordering, because we were talking about how great it was for us to work with Crystal Gale and how accommodating she was. And he started, and I won't mention it on the air, but he started mentioning some of the stars we met and how some of them were nice, and also told me which ones weren't.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
So Bones has the inside story as we see the Federal Blues Rhode Island Militia by Bones' drummer.
There you go. They're aiming at us.
Like, woo!
Jeez.
That'll wake you
All right.
up.
Okay, no more corny jokes. Just stop shooting.
They look pretty serious, John. Don't mess with them.
Oh, yeah, look at this guy. He's yelling out the order.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we won't make any more corny jokes until after they go off. Get that smell of gunpowder for sure, huh?
Proud to be an American float. There's Uncle Sam.
A gentleman by the name of Bob Holder from Nashville, New Hampshire. He looks very official and Uncle Sam looking, doesn't he? And look at that float.
Beautiful flag.
Unbelievable. Hey, now it's your turn.
Hey, and we are proud sponsors as well of the AutumnFest Parade, Cox Communications.
Well, we certainly want to thank you, Mary Lou, and the staff at Cox Cablevision for bringing in into the homes of those who could not attend, and you're sponsoring a band as well.
And we're certainly glad to be a proud participant of this parade and celebration. As you said, it's all part of community. Looks like the Spirit of America band, John.
And again, we do want to thank our great friends at Cox Cable Communications for not only, again, bringing the parade live to you, but also sponsoring this band as well. Directly behind them is Regiment Bourbonnais, I think is how you say it. And they're a group of ordinary Americans who enjoy portraying a French regiment that fought in America's Revolutionary War.
Their French Army uniform regulations of 1779.
Sam's going to be getting tired. I bet you when he started the parade, he thought we had it up over his head, but it's been a long walk.
It's been a long walk. And they're under the direction of Robert Borden.
And there's more people from the regiment. I don't know, another cannon. I don't know if they're trying to tell us something or... But we do appreciate the fact that they're here. And now we see the Clydesdale. Boy, and we're so pleased to have them in this parade because we never realized how fierce the competition was to get the Clydesdales to come to your area. So it's a tribute to everyone who's ever had to do anything with AutumnFest in order for us to thank our friends McLaughlin and Moran for their help in bringing the Clydesdales back to Woonsocket.
They've certainly become a tradition, John.
Yes, they have. Keep sticking up. Here comes their king. And there's our Grand Marshals, once again, not speaking, and his wife, Diana. And Roger, as Kenny did last year, said, I share this with my wife. It's only with Diane's support that we can do all that we can do. And we're pleased now to see the CBS Samaritan Band coming into view. Woonsocket, Rhode Island holds the distinction of having the only Fortune 100 company headquartered in its area, and that, of course, is CBS. And they've been a long, long time supporter of the AutumnFest and everything that goes on. Matter of fact, a little bit later, we're going to see the headline band, which is being sponsored by CBS.
Now, besides sponsoring this year's headliner band, along with Fleet Banks, they supply the Woonsocket High School with youth band uniforms.
Yes. Yep.
So talk about community pride and support. CBS has always been there.
And again, many years ago, or one of the early years of AutumnFest, one of the founders, Mrs. Elsie, was honored as a Grand Marshal here at AutumnFest. And they've grown from this little homegrown type of entity to one of the largest. They've got over 24 New England, and 24 New England, Mid-Atlantic, and Southeastern states, over 4,100 stores, and over 90,000 employees. They're the nation's largest drugstore chain. We're so pleased to have a company like the CBS located here in Woonsocket. And it looks like now we do have our headliner band. And, I'll give you a little insider, too, is that Tom Ryan, the president and CEO of CBS, where do you think he graduated from?
Gee, I wonder if it was
You win the big prize. So, of course, and the governor will be also very pleased to see this band being alumnus as well of the University of Rhode Island.
Well, hopefully you can stay tuned to Cox 3 this fall because we have a football game coming on October 24th. URI at UConn. And we're also doing some more URI basketball this season. So right here on Cox 3, a little plug.
Well, you have to with your new position, right?
And here we have the University of Rhode Island marching band. And the University of Rhode Island marching band leaving the screen now as you see the end of the parade.
That means that is the end.
When you see it, that's all, folks.
That's right. That's right.
That usually clues you in.
Boy, look at the colors there. And we get all sorts of different cartoon characters there. And again, the crowd now starting to disperse as the parade has ended for the 20th anniversary of AutumnFest. And boy, as usual, we've had some fun.
We certainly did, and people are now starting to get into the park. But for the 20th annual AutumnFest celebration, John, I'd like to congratulate the steering committee for a job well done.
Thank you very much. And again, once again, we don't want to minimize the fact that certainly one of the things that has helped AutumnFest go is the commitment of Cox Communications. We've been able to broadcast this on the Interconnect system, and we're real pleased that we have the opportunity to show off the great city of Woonsocket and our AutumnFest Festival.